I serve car dealers. We're getting into other areas now with some chat and some DigiNinja things. I was a car dealer and you used to call on me, and we, I love the promotion and it was always fun, and it's always good to get your message out there. Broadcast. This is going to sound crazy, Paul, coming from me. You're not going to expect what I'm about to say. Broadcast is coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, just in a different way.
in a different way. In a different way. I was on a show yesterday with a young lady in, I think she was in Ohio or Indiana, and she serves car dealers, and she broadcasts live every Wednesday at 4. We broadcast live every day at 11. So many people. Glenn Lundy's broadcasting live, I think, at 5 a.m. in the morning. Grant goes at 12, and there's less and less need for the, I guess, the networks, if you will. Mm-hmm. And now I do believe, because there's a lot of talented radio people out there that are readjusting, their I guess what they do. And you in particular, you have a show every Friday. What's the name of your show on Friday?
Feel Good Friday, dude.
Yeah, Feel Good Friday. So, by the way, this is not Feel Good Friday. They might get a little confused here. But there is a demand for talent and broadcast, whether that be social media, possibly it could be even be the airwaves again. If it's done properly, done the right way. You see some of the big guys, I guess, syndicated. There's still some big radio shows, morning shows. And I think if you find them online, you see they also are going live on there, and you can watch the show as well. I believe some of them. So I think that what we're doing is what we're experiencing is an evolution of killing the old dinosaurs, but then taking that talent and the entertainment and the value that radio gave people for so long and just giving it to you in a different way.
Well, I think that when radio decided not to adapt, the business of radio decided not to adapt, that's when they kind of started getting left behind. And then as technology advanced, then you're right. A lot of radio talent, because look, there's radio employees and there's radio talent. So a lot of radio talent, the companies didn't want to spend the money. So they were like, hey, we got to cut you loose. We got to let you go. Or they would just say, we're only going to pay you this. And then the talent would actually go on and do something else. So that's where they lost all their talent. So those talented people went on to something else. Some of them in sales. I mean, it was always kind of a long-standing joke almost in radio that if you ever got out of radio, you could always go sell cars, because you were working hand in hand with the car business for so many years that you learned the car business, or at least a unique view of the car business. So then when internet came along and podcasting came along and all that kind of stuff, a lot of your talented people moved away from radio. Started, what we're doing now, podcasting, video, things like that. And radio is, it's still around. I'm it depresses me that it's basically dying on the vine, and it's because it's not adapting. So it's kind of disappointing for me, being an old radio guy. I loved radio as a kid. It made a big impact on me. But from a car dealer perspective, radio was really strong, 20 years ago. That's why they spent so much money, because radio was really strong. And then as it changed, car dealerships started to go, wait a minute. You were one of the first ones, you were the first one that I actually knew in person that started utilizing Facebook and social media and, going, hey, let's try this. Let's do this and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I know it probably is depressing, but I'm telling you, it may take some more death, but in the industry, but there'll be a comeback. There will be, and it's gonna be a different animal.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Well, because what I've used as a comparison for radio is Kodak, the company Kodak that made made film for cameras. That ain't coming back.
Yeah.
The Polaroid camera sort of started to make it's hip. But people are still taking pictures on their phones. The old print cameras are not coming back. Yeah. Again, there might be some weird, shop that, hey, we sell vintage cameras and things like that, but it's never going to be like it was.
Paul, it's not going to be like it was. It's going to be better. Just imagine if we could play music on this show right here.
We'd have people tune in.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we could, so I don't know what that looks like with the licensing and the things like that.
Right.
And it'll probably be the radio station that figures it out first. It says, hey, not only do we have to broadcast, but we have to, for instance, could a radio station broadcast and at the same time play the music on a video or on a in the background?
To my knowledge, yes, because they're already paying for licensing.
Okay.
So I mean, unless that's changed, but yeah, they should be able to do that.
We're about to help dealers here in just a minute. Don't tune out. But in the meantime, if you're a radio station, you're listening to this, all you really need to do is update your 1970
Outlook
in your 1970 it's facility. Most of them are very old.
You're right. Yeah, the equipment.
Go turn that baby on and go live and broadcast your, have your morning show. For instance, man, we need a radio tower outside. We need a radio tower. I tell you what, find me a radio station that we can buy. We put a tower up, or either by the tower. If we can broadcast live through that tower and at the same time play the music on our podcast, man,
Tune into WBBB.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Buy back Billy.